Hey everyone, I know it's been a long time since we posted a video. Lots happened since then. But first, we're going to show you the last leg of our gap year, Peru. Yep. So you have me today. Wendy's busy and things have kind of changed in our lives. So we flew from Colombia into Lima and then on to Cusco. Cusco is a small city of about 500,000 and it's the old Incan capital.
So now we're at San Pedro Market in the historical district and we're going to stop for lunch and see what's going on.
Sorry about the shake here, guys. Still learning to walk with the camera. But as you can see, this place is huge. It's almost like their version of Walmart here. You can pick up absolutely anything from groceries, clothing, and they even have a little food court.
So hopefully you can see behind us here. But yeah, we've been wandering the market and actually we picked up some vegetables the other day, so we're good to go for that right now. And what do you think of it, huh?
It's huge.
It is
and
big.
There's lots of toys.
Oh yeah. Now this is the life.
So the one thing we've noticed in South and Central America is the bank lineups are really long. And they are normally for the bank tellers. So if you go into the bank, find a bank machine, they're right at the doorways, and they are way easier and better access to your money.
Okay, so we just boarded our train for Machu Picchu, and I'll kind of give you a look around. So yeah, here in Peru for shopping, we have to wear face masks, and we also have to wear face shields. This goes for any mass transit, buses, aircraft, and obviously trains as well. So yeah, next stop, Machu Picchu.
So our trip took us from Cusco to Ollantaytambo by van, and then we take a train from Ollantaytambo all the way to, and I hope I'm saying this right, Aguas Calientes. It's a small little town geared for tourists with the bus station, train station. From here you'll actually catch a bus and go up to Machu Picchu, and you do have the choice to walk up. We actually had a hike scheduled for later on in the week, so we decided not to do that. So after you enter Machu Picchu through the front gate, you'll come across an alpaca farm, and then up on the plateau, this is where you get your, Instagram shot. That's actually Machu Picchu, right in the clouds right there. As we walked through the front door here, it just felt like we were stepping into or on hallowed ground. All I can describe it as is the same feeling we got when we were in Venice in the dungeons.
That means bridge, the bridge from our world to the next world.
I can't do Machu Picchu any justice by flapping my gums through this part. You're just gonna have to come and experience it. That winding road you see that I'm panning across is actually the road that you come up to get here. During our time in Peru, we found a wonderful Airbnb called Bicicleta. It's actually a little restaurant as you come through the tunnel here, and there are 2 rooms on either side to your left and right on the second floor there that they rent out. They also have a bike rental business, and we took advantage of that. The bike rental business is actually called Cusco Biking Tours, and Eduardo is a fantastic guide. I hear he's actually educating a police officer on the etiquette of the biking lane. And during our ride, we ran across this gentleman who was very enthusiastic to see tourists back in Cusco. After all, we were traveling during COVID. You can see here why we get this feeling of a very old city. It's an incredible historic feeling, if that makes sense. Our guide and everybody we met on the street seemed very, very helpful. Very nice people. You can see this gentleman here. He's very traditionally dressed, and he's selling a lot of woodwind instruments, and looks like he's demoing one for us here. Well, let's have a listen.
Out and away from the van and away from the other people and everything. Actually, I will stop and kind of show you the area that we're in. We've stopped here for breakfast this morning, and we stopped here for lunch now after our tour to Rainbow Mountain. So it's been an all-day thing, which is great, awesome. It's a great excursion. I would recommend it to people. You do want to be somewhat fit for it though. You can take a horseback up, but you still have about half a kilometer to walk up a mountain to get the actual view. As you can see, I'm a little bit out of breath still. Still not quite acclimatized to Peru just yet. But yeah, here's our tour van. And yeah, the only complaint I have about this tour thus far is the driver is driving like he's in a race car. And we're up on mountains. It's crazy. The precipices and the drops below are just absolutely crazy. And us in Canada, United States, and elsewhere in the world, I mean, we see all these articles and, you know, news headlines, this and that, such and such a tour bus goes off, Honestly, that's what it felt like. It felt like we were going to be a headline in some newspaper article somewhere. Okay, so sorry about the wind, guys, here, but I'm actually on top of Rainbow Mountain here in Peru.
And there's two ways to actually get to Rainbow Mountain. There's the one on the right and the one on the left, as you can kind of see. The left here is where we came up, which is actually a longer drive from Cusco. And the reason why we had to go the long way was because the village on the right side was protesting about lack of infrastructure. And that's the right side that I was talking about. You can see the ribbons of color going down each side of Rainbow Mountain there. And a new friend for Wendy and I. So as we were winding our time down here in Peru, we decided to take the Sacred Valley bike tour with Eduardo from Bicicleta, and it was absolutely beautiful. We definitely did have an eye-opening experience with the way that people were living. It's still a very agricultural-based community, and a lot of manual labor was going on. We also had the chance to head up to the Maris salt mines, which are fed by natural spring water, and each family has a group of pools that they harvest salt from and then sell it.
But I forget, so we'll measure the distance one more time.